Yeah, I think Burn's eyes would flutter open. She'd turn over to the broader portion of the bed, the side she didn't take up, and see Yvette not there like she usually is.
Well, I don't. Have they ever slept in the same bed before?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember.
That's something that Yvette will just casually do with anyone. But I don't know if they have specifically.
I think What were they doing in New York?
I think that she was out like drinking blood when Burn was
drinking blood and taking names.
Yeah, doing reconnaissance and stuff.
Actually,
Burn
I
had
mean,
to.
was what was going on
Burn
there.
had to.
Sorry, go on.
Let me finish. Burn was the most famous person in New York for those couple of days.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
And Yvette was that was when Yvette was getting weirded out by like someone who was really into having her blood drunk.
Oh no!
Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda?
A Zelda cosplayer was like really.
Whoa. Okay, that's kind of cute. Not gonna lie. That does sound like a Zelda cosplayer. Oh my god.
Zelda from Twilight Princess, and then we.
Oh yeah, that's the freakiest Zelda by far.
And then we realized that because Chills offhandedly said that like she's been cosplaying Twilight Princess since Twilight Princess came out, and what he did not seem to have accounted for was that would make her 45 years old.
At least.
That's awesome. Yo, hold on. I'm sorry. So this was a MILF? That was
no. She was described as being like in her 20s.
A MILF with work done too. Wow. Yvette's really scoring big.
She was described as being in her 20s, but incongruously was somehow been cosplaying Twilight Princess Zelda since Twilight Princess, which was 19 years ago.
Well, maybe she was...
Or 18 years ago. I think it was 18 years ago.
Maybe she was 5. Maybe she was 5 and wearing...
I mean, sure, she could have been 5 and cosplaying Twilight Princess Zelda, sure.
I went as a Deku scrub one year for Halloween.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yes, my mother, who is very understanding, helped me, very creative and willing to meet her children halfway, helped me convert what was a hat for a pumpkin. So we took that and spray painted, it was like a mask, right? Like a pumpkin mask that you would put on. And we spray painted it brown and then cut a piece of it off to turn it into the beak on the front. It was honestly pretty dope.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. My mom helped like painstakingly make a Hylian shield for me to be Link.
Right,
Halloween.
See, that's really
That's
sweet.
Really cute. Your
and
parents sound great.
Yeah, no matter fucking what, everyone was like, oh, Peter Pan.
Yeah, no, I remember because I think that year my sister went as Link, and I think my mother warned my sister a bunch of times ahead of time, like, you're gonna get Peter Pan a lot, okay?
Yeah.
Mentally prepare for this.
Yeah, prepare yourself.
I got Peter Pan like every time. Nobody knew who the hell Link was. And you see, like, at the time, I thought maybe, like, I would have been, like, 10 or something. Meaning this would have been, like, 2004 to 2005. I was like, well, maybe they just don't know Link because those Zelda games are kind of old. Ocarina of Time came out, like, 1995 or something, you know?
It was a long time ago. They don't know.
So, I mean, like, 2 years old is old-ish for a game.
Yeah.
There's only been 40 or 50 years of video games, and at the time it was only like 30 years of video games, and like I knew that those games were kind of oldish, like they weren't the top of the line.
They were old-fashioned games.
Yeah. But no, like Zelda was huge in video games at the time, like
When did Wind Waker come out?
Yeah, Wind Waker would have just come out. Like, it would have been like when Wind Waker was like out, but I didn't have it yet, and I was like, whoa, so you middle school friend have Wind Waker? Can I come over and see? You know?
Yes.
And then we just like fucking not figure anything out, because
Zelda is hard when you're a kid.
Yeah. And we would just not fucking figure anything out and be like, so what's going, like, what's this do? Because like I was like hand the controller, and they're like, oh, I don't know.
I know this shit's complicated.
This is before like Google was accessible to your little hands.
Like there was manuals. Like games came with little booklets that told you the items and stuff.
But no one read that shit.
But no one read that shit.
Sorry, I'm 10. I'm not gonna do that.
When I got Wind Waker, I think it took me many years to beat actually. I think it took me like 3 or 4 years to beat.
Okay, can I say on that same topic of Zelda and video games and being a kid and not getting how it works? Here's a little piece I can add to that conversation. Is I can remember vividly the moment me and my sister realized that the what was it called? The Legend of Zelda Master Collection or whatever?
Yeah.
That came with more than just the demo for Wind Waker.
Oh no! Because
it took us a while to figure that out.
The Master Collection that had the demo of Wind Waker, that's what I had.
That rocks.
That's how I played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
It was the first video game we ever owned. Was GameCube with the Master Collection, and it took us a while to realize there was more than just. I remember because
it also took me like at least a few days.
Right, like I remember, like I had just gotten out of the bath, and my sister was in the other room calling, like, "Yo, I found like other games on here, like other Zelda games," and I thought she was like pulling my leg because we were siblings and we lied to each other constantly. Yeah. So I was like, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't." And then finally, I like walk in there, and she is at the part of Majora's Mask where Skull Kid has just run off with your shit, and you have to jump across the little wooden logs to learn how platforming works. And I walk in there, and I see Link doing a bunch of fucking hops and skips. Like, of course, started with Majora's Mask and not Ocarina of Time,
Majora's
so
Mask
what the fuck was happening.
Majora's Mask is an extremely, like, not figure anything out game.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
What had happened was Burnadette had gone to sleep, and she was too tsundere, so Yvette just sort of like hung out in a corner instead of getting into the bed with her. And Burn was apparently didn't want that for some reason. Wanted her consent overridden, like some kind of sodomite.
I was gonna say.
Yvette just sort of hung out instead of getting it. I don't think they've ever gotten to a bed together that we know of.
I think you might be right about that.
But,
so there is no expectation there.
Well, there might have been enough expectation for Burn to expect it. They've probably had discussions where Yvette was like, it's normal.
And Burn's like, fuck yeah, cuddle time.
Yeah. Just what I needed after all, yada yada yada. After all that, gestures vaguely to.
But I don't think they've ever cuddled explicitly.
Oh my god.
And well, they're not getting on to the right foot on that front.
And they still aren't doing it right now because Yvette is in the room. It's dark, and there is just a shadowy figure looking at Burn.
Burn will like wakes up a little sad, but immediately masks this and copes with it in the best way she knows how. Anger and sarcasm. So she'll sit up, rub her eyes blearily, and will say, so you've been like sulking in that corner all night or something?
I've been around.
Went around where? To the other corners of the room?
Where?
I think she'll yawn and stretch and roll her eyes. We'll get up. Did you do any investigating?
That actually, let me ask you a question, Faraday. So she found before she went to the shower with Burn, she found the restraining order.
Yes.
Against Dylan Ross.
Yes.
Filed 3 months before her death. Does that include just his name and address, or
it probably had,
or did it have a description of what the restraining order was filed for?
Repeated stalking.
Okay.
And there was proof. She obviously didn't get any of the proof, Yvette, that is.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously, if the restraining order was filed, there must have been a decent amount of proof.
Yes. So, we'll say that she also relayed that to Burn when they were talking in the bathroom.
Okay.
And they're having fun times in the bath.
All right, it's tick what? We figured out what tick it was going to be.
Yes, it's in the ticks channel. If we go to the ticks channel, it is tick 3 of, or
Day
I
one.
guess it would be tick 4
Yeah.
of day 1 technically, but we're calling it day 2 for my sanity.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure.
Because just like for congruency with the
No, it's-
module.
Since
Yeah.
they started so late and we measured time starting with mornings.
Yeah. They will have breakfast in the downstairs.
Hell yeah, I never wake up early enough for those.
Wait,
Throw
actually,
on.
she might have already not woken up early enough for those because it's like tick 3.
It's tick 4 technically.
Bait and switch. Bern excitedly gets ready as if there is breakfast waiting for her.
Well, Yvette will buy her breakfast.
If there isn't, if Madeline chooses to be a stickler about that. Now, it is a mediocre or mid, whatever the middling tier is in the rule book. Does that specify a free meal?
Yes.
A complimentary meal?
Yes.
Yeah, I would technically, even though we all know how hotels work, I could be arm twisted into allowing the complimentary meal regardless, because technically the rule book does not specify.
That they have to wake up
Yeah.
early. That would be.
But
Should the rulebook specify that? Because that might be like
Funny.
really.
It's usually like 6 to 10, right?
That's the idea.
Usually
Yeah,
they're
you
like
have
6
to wake
to
up
8,
pretty early.
or like 6 to 9.
That would be really funny to put in the rule book. Yes.
Yes, it would be really funny to put in the rulebook.
I could argue, but here's the thing: as a GM, I could argue it is one of those things that the book trusts you to know, kind of like dolphins. Like the book doesn't need need.
But it's funny to put that shit in there.
But yes, I agree is the problem. Like I'm saying,
Yeah.
I could make an argument here as a GM to do it like that, regardless. However, yes, I do agree it would be really funny to put that in the book.
Okay. Then
I'm just gonna say, Ash is going to kill you.
Ash can
More
kill me
things in the book.
specifically. Ash can kill me specifically.
okay, we're like an
It's
hour late
fine.
starting. Let's.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So, is there free breakfast still? If not, then
I think it turns out they get down there and it turns out there's not, just because that that might be a rule someday. Gotta future proof it, and B, it's
Alright.
funnier to me.
It
alright.
is funnier. Bern gets her hopes up. And there's nothing.
Say,
Good morning, fuckhead. Here's your nothing.
well, Yvette doesn't know that because she doesn't normally go for the free breakfast because she doesn't eat. Well, she only
Right.
eats like occasionally for pleasure.
This would not qualify.
Yeah.
Continental breakfast.
There is no breakfast.
Bern has the look of a small child who's dropped their cone of ice cream on the ground. Like, oh.
Uh.
Oh man.
I will just buy you something.
Can we still get waffles?
Where?
Okay.
But before we go, I should get you to put on sunscreen.
Oh yeah, middle of July. Come on over, Nosferatu. Let's get slathered.
They will have to go back up to the room
Yeah, they go back up
Why?
the
because they're not putting it on in the freaking lobby.
Who cares?
well, it sounds like that conversation has to happen in character.
What do you mean? Who cares? People put on sunscreen all the time.
I need this on my whole body.
Like, your whole body, not just the parts of your skin that are going to be exposed to the sun.
All of my skin is exposed to the sun.
But you're wearing... Is she wearing the biker suit?
I mean, she hasn't really changed clothes yet, but she could. She's going back to the room.
Bern will follow.
Yvette goes up to the room. She just starts taking off her clothes. Like, in the middle of the room.
This is like anime.
Balls in your court, Burn. How does Burn react? How does she react?
She stands there, eyes wide, mouth agape, like, you meant your whole body.
Did I use a different word?
No, I think that was the right word to use. She seems to be short-circuiting, before coughing, taking a deep breath, being like, exhaling through her nose. Do you need some help with that? Do you need some help with that? You know, angles and all that the back is really hard to reach. And
When? I said get you to put on sunscreen.
Yes, ma'am. Rubbing her hands together and walking over. I a lady.
I am really sent by how convincingly you are able to play this game. Like, this is like so real. Such a fucking I don't mean to be mean because I love her, but such a fucking loser ass dyke.
Yes.
Like, unbelievably lame. It's really endearing.
So glad that's coming through. Ooh. Yeah, she's playing it cool and coy.
Is she?
She approaches. In her mind, she's very cool and coy.
Yes, Yvette is very cool temperature-wise, and
shudders as her hands touch her back.
And really bony. Byrne hasn't seen her naked before, I don't think. Probably not.
I don't think so.
But the clothing really fills her out. The thick and baggy clothing she tends to wear. Her ribs are like visible. No, I was just saying, like, her ribs are like visible. She is very flat-chested or small-breasted. She has no butt, but she is skinny, and people like that now.
She's in vogue.
Though she is a bit self-conscious, a little bit, of how, like, flat her tummy is, and her general skinniness. Before she died, she was chubby, which was the style of the time.
I don't think Byrne wouldn't make a comment about her body. I don't think. Byrne sees any naked woman as a gift from above, quite frankly.
Yeah, I was expecting her to comment on the body in the terms of, like, you're beautiful, queen.
Yeah,
but
she's playing it cool and coy.
She's playing it cool and coy, though, so she can't say that.
She's a bad girl. She can't just say, "Oh, you're beautiful." She's gotta play, play hard to get.
She's gonna play hard to get with the fucking woman who is still married to her 500-year-old dead husband.
Yeah.
Not the correct number of years.
I'm aware. But
she's also not married. She's widowed.
Maybe they'll meet in heaven again one day.
Maybe.
Well, but yes, she's allowed. Or maybe they already have. Stares at Yvette. Stares at Yvette. Stares at Yvette. Anyways, let's continue. I think vampires not having souls might be new, anyways. So maybe she wouldn't be worried about that.
She doesn't believe in souls.
Oh, well, she's going to be real sad when she finds out that a soul still burns. I'm, like, not paying enough attention. All right, come on, let's go.
Yeah, could you fucking focus? Whatever that means.
Could you lock in?
Yes.
That's what you're trying to ask me.
She doesn't, I mean, all right, it's not true that she doesn't believe in souls. It's that she's not a dualist. All right, dualism means multiple things now.
Oh, good news. Someone explained this to me the other day.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was having a conversation with someone where I compared the human experience to sometimes I feel like I am trapped looking through a grimy window. And they were like, nah, yeah, see, the problem is you're conceptualizing yourself and the window as separate things. And I was like, fuck, you're right. And then they explained dualism to me.
Wow. Yeah, so there's multiple meanings of dualism across different centuries. The perception that there is a distinction between the mind and the body, that's a dualism. as well as a perception that there is a distinction between the body and the soul. That's a pretty early dualism that came about in like the 1400s or something, that Yvette does not really ascribe to. She would never think in a million years that there's like a separate consciousness of Yvette that passed on to heaven.
Because that just can't be how it works.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, if anything, she's the soul.
And the soul still burns.
What does that mean?
It's a Soul Calibur. I'm so sorry.
Right,
It's
yeah,
Soul
please don't
Calibur.
bring up Soul Calibur in our Eureka sessions.
Or ever.
You
Yeah.
get that weep shit out of here.
Captain doesn't even know about Voldo.
I really don't. So, okay, like I'm breaking character of myself to say, everyone, please lock in.
I'm trying so hard.
Does that include you? Because you were explaining dualism to me after.
Yes, I'm in an environment of
Yes, you need
locking in.
a firm hand of locking it. Like we all need to be
Yes.
locking in.
Where
Okay,
I'm
yes.
going.
So
I've
dualism.
been in.
She does not think there's a big distinction between the mind, the body, and the spirit.
Yes.
And like that wouldn't have really been a big thing in her Christianization.
Regardless, we have to get back to the sunscreen. Explain it.
Sure. All right.
We have to lock in and focus on
Okay.
the sunscreen.
The sunscreen is so important right now.
Yes, she is. She just sort of like stands there and waits for Byrne to do it, as a nobleman does.
Byrne will do so in small, focused circles, taking time to really get every inch of this noblewoman's back, focusing on the shoulders, and working her way down.
I was wondering about wearing the, a dress. Do you think that would throw someone off too much?
Well, what do you mean? Like, throw him off in what way? And are you trying to throw him off?
In a bad way. I'm not trying to throw them off. But I
Oh.
felt like wearing it. I was thinking of not wearing anything that would not fit under the biker suit, because I was probably going to call us a taxi instead of the motorcycle.
Well, sure. I mean, I guess it really depends on the dress. What are you thinking?
Have you watched my videos?
Which ones?
The ones where I'm wearing dresses?
Has Byrne ever actually watched any of those YouTube videos Yvette sent her?
Byrne stands there in a social nightmare. She has not.
Has she watched any of the videos that the naked woman she's currently rubbing sunscreen on has sent to her?
Byrne didn't want to be a sim. Or something.
Well, it seems like that choice might be about to bite her, doesn't it, Byrne?
Byrne stands there frozen. We'll say, yeah. Yep.
They call it
know it.
the vampire look. The Dracula
Byrne
look.
Wait, you mean the medieval getup you were wearing when we met in New York?
Where?
Okay, yeah, that might be a little bit off-putting. I thought you were talking about a sundress or something.
I mean, I have those too.
I would maybe go with the sundress. Don't get me wrong. I thought the medieval getup was cool as hell. But, this is kind of a serious situation.
It's a serious
there's-
dress.
It could be read as a little bit, like cosplay, like silly. We are going to be
I
talking to
know.
a mourning mother.
Well, it is black.
I don't think you want to go into this looking like Elvira.
What about... Do you think I could still wear the gloves?
The opera gloves?
They're not... They're normal gloves. And by normal gloves, she means elbow or armpit length, like silk gloves.
They look like you're gonna go to the opera. Oh man, I hate that you're asking me this because it sounds really. I'm starting to sound really fucking lame. The more I listen to myself here, it might be a little off-putting, but maybe that could be used to our advantage. Socially. somehow. Like, we could play good cop, bad cop, but we're like weird cop, weirder cop.
I do not know about that.
Look, are you trying? Okay, I guess the real question is, what are you trying to? What look are you going for? I guess approachable,
Dignified?
mysterious, dignified.
Which is most or all of my looks.
Well, of course, naturally. Honestly, you don't even need clothes to look dignified.
I need clothes to look dignified outside.
Yeah. I say go with the sundress.
Okay.
I think you look nice in the sundress.
Merci.
Beaucoup.
That is not
All right.
what that means.
She'll smile like she was really doing something there.
That was, you would say, Darion.
Darion, sister.
Where?
Okay, yeah. So I assume she changes.
Yeah, she makes Byrne dress her too,
Oh my god.
as is the natural relationship between their classes. Yeah, she'll wear the,
This is the best day of Vern's life.
I love how.
Oh god.
She's not even reading the class dynamics here.
She's just reading it as like dyke
She's
dynamics.
just like, hell yeah. Finally loosening up here.
This is as loose as Yvette always was.
Vern was a little younger and stupider back then. She's a changed woman. She's not a virgin anymore. She's experienced.
Yes, Yvette puts on like a yellow sundress or something.
Maybe a sun hat to go with it.
Oh.
Yeah, that would protect from the
Hands.
sun. And she has a little parasol.
Oh my god.
Wait, let me double check that.
Does she have little Mary Janes too? And some socks with lace?
You're gonna have to
I'm
show me
dying.
what those things mean, because I am.
I gotta be
male.
real. I only recently figured out what Mary Jane's meant, but it's like any shoe that's got a bit, pretty much in the middle.
They're
I'll
cute.
show-
They've got little buckles.
Any women's shoe with a buckle is pretty
Oh.
much. That's the thing is like I always was like these things look so different. Like for example, like hold on.
Yeah, it is a pretty broad. Oh my god, duck.
Like,
I don't
like-
know. I have a very specific feel.
like come on.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, see? And those socks in the first image, that's what I'm picturing. But instead of like this elastic band, it's folded over with some lace trimming at the very bottom.
Sure.
Oh, I like that very much. And if they were platforms, she could be taller.
Sure.
Oh, I love playing dress up in games.
Yeah.
specifically with Yvette is
Yeah.
I'm enjoying dressing up Yvette.
She
Like a little doll.
So cute.
They could be black, or she could be extra cute and have them in like a pastel, like a cream, or even a pink. Oh, her little ballet flats would be cute too. Ah!
Yeah, she makes Byrne dress her in this with sunglasses and a hat.
Yes, ma'am.
And sure, she can have little platform shoes.
little platform. Mary Jane's.
And her and a parasol.
You look fucking precious, dude.
Merci. She's gonna do a little twirl.
Ah! Fern holds back a squeal of her own, playing it cool, coughing into her hand like, yeah, that's awesome. Meanwhile, she gave her tank top the sniff test and shrugged, threw it on, called it a day. She has one set of clothes right now. She stands there looking at this absolute image of a woman and has never in her life felt stinkier.
Well, Yvette is going to, when she's dressed, she's going to call a taxi, which will count as, like, good public transportation, basically, for the purposes of, like,
Tick expenditure.
Yeah, tick expenditure.
Fucking chapter am I in right now?
Which would mean, let me grab my freaking dice. Oh yeah, it's basically just a wealth roll, which she passes completely. Full success. And they'll get something not on the way, because that would be weird for a taxi. But they have several leads.
Yeah. We could probably skip the meal scene and just do the
Yeah.
if you could just roll for her to buy Burn something to eat.
Yeah. That's a full success.
Yeah. We only roll for it for posterity's sake, to be quite honest, because it's like genuinely nearly. Yeah, which lead are they following first is the question.
Yeah, I'm looking at the notes.
They've got, they could try and find the stalker, or they can
I think
try
that
and talk to the
probably
victim's mother.
The mother is probably the first lead they'll go to. That'll be the easiest, for sure.
Yes, and I believe this was conveyed to Yvette. I'm not sure if it's in the notes, but the mother lives
Yes,
in the same
complex.
Yes.
Yes, Yvette also passes her check to like walk out into the sunlight
Oh, good.
because she found the parasol and the sunscreen and everything.
There was a pretty good chance of that hurting badly.
With all the stuff, she's good.
So they arrive at something of an apartment complex. It's not like a huge one or anything, but it definitely has like.
Oh wait,
I do say-
roll for the ticks.
Oh
the travel.
yes, ticks. That's a good point.
Yeah, so we decided it's a city, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Not
so
a metropolis.
It's 3 plus 1d6. That's 3 plus 2. So it takes 0 extra ticks
Yippee!
for them.
Which
to,
means we sent these in the tick scene and tick channel. Those bastards. That's fine. So that would make it tick 5 then, correct?
Yes, because they ate on tick 4 and did sunscreen on tick 4.
Yes.
All right, what is this apartment? Is this like an inner city apartment building, suburban-ish, like?
It's inner city for sure. It is a small apartment building. It was clearly originally designed to hold apartments, but it's older. It's not like one of those modern apartment buildings that have like hundreds of apartments. It's like an old brickwork apartment building.
Okay.
That's got like maybe like 2 apartments per floor, but like 4 floors.
Is it like a gate? What's the deal?
So as far as like getting in, it's gonna have like a lobby-ish area. But once again, more like inner city apartment. Like it's not gonna have like a lobby with like staff, obviously. Just like a lobby that has a staircase and a bunch of doors and maybe some mailboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they can walk right up to that part.
How many apartments are there? How many like apartments are listed?
I want to say 8.
Okay. Can you get an investigation point for that?
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of assumed that's where that was going.
Yeah, so Yvette is going to, again, pass her sunlight roll, stride straight in, and close the umbrella. So I don't think that we were given an exact apartment number, but...
No, I think they were given her contact information, however.
Oh, like a phone number?
Yes.
In that case, Yvette will dial the number.
Yes, I think it'll ring for like a minute or two, and then an older woman's voice answers and goes, "Yes, hello."
Hello. Is this, Karen Young?
Yeah, that's me. Who is this speaking?
My name is, Elise, or Yvette, whichever.
Alice. Can I do something? Is there anything I can do for you?
There. I am in the lobby of the apartment building, and I would like to speak to you about Sally Young, your daughter.
Are you the PI?
She like covers the receiver.
What,
Are we the PI?
A private investigator?
Oh,
Yeah.
where?
Right.
Where?
Hold on.
I am
And she
Uiz.
she opens a door that's like a few feet away from them, because she does live on the first floor. So a door nearby just opens, and then she's looking at them for a minute. This is about what she looks like.
Oh.
Okay.
Older woman, small, stern-looking woman with a face full of wrinkles of a life of overworking. She wears a colorful blouse and corduroy pants. She looks like she has been crying a lot.
Well, Yvette does not know this. Or social cues roll. Yvette does not notice.
Yvette
Does
not
that
notice.
count for investigation points?
Normally, yes. I suppose yes, it would.
Oh, I don't think Fern notices either.
Yeah,
That's a one.
This mother of a dead child seems more or less normal to them currently.
Everything's looking normal style here.
Yvette just like hangs up the phone and just beelines towards her. Salut.
Hi, Karen Zhang. It's nice to meet you.
Where?
Guess you can come in if you'd like.
If I'd like, or may I come in?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
All right. My manners are. And she makes a vague gesture and then walks inside.
Okay.
It did kind. She did like kind of like catch herself a bit and go, "Yes, you may. I'm sorry. My manners are a bit." And then she made a vague gesture and then walked inside.
Yes, Yvette comes in and takes off her hat and stuff.
Fern follows.
She begins. She walks over to a little key tray she has and starts digging through it a little bit, and then turns around and presents a key to Yvette.
Is this the key to Sally's apartment?
Yeah, I assumed that's what you were here for.
Where? I was going to ask.
She nods and says,
takes the key.
"Yeah, that." All right, good. She nods and then she takes a seat and then says, "I guess the two of you are probably gonna want to ask some questions as well."
Where?
Yeah.
Is it correct that you have found the body?
Yeah, I found it.
When you found
It
the
was-
body, how was it?
I thought when I first saw her in the tub, the bath water was clearly bloody, and her wrists had been cut, but they weren't, and her head was underwater and her eyes were closed, but it didn't click right away that I tried to. I know it seems stupid, but I didn't realize she was dead right away. I tried to pull her out. I thought she would drown if I didn't.
Where?
But
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
she sort of just grimaces a bit and nods. And she says, It's terrible.
Leading up to it, did Sally say anything?
No,
mention
wait. I'm not done to see the body.
Okay.
Is, how much blood would you say was in the bathtub? The old bathtub? Was the water all red?
She's clearly thinking about it, and she was like, and she thinks about it for a moment, and she says, well, no, I could still see through the water. I could still see her in her clothes. It was definitely much more water than there was blood. And she's clearly kind of thinking about it more than she had, and she says,
But you could still see the bottom.
Yes, I could.
Did you see the cuts on her wrist?
They had stopped bleeding by the time I got to her, but yes, the cuts were there.
What did they look like? Yvette is just like standing there in the middle of a room, whatever room they're in.
Yeah, I think she sort of stares, and she says, I mean, the cuts were certainly deep enough to...
Where? Were the cuts, were they across the wrist, or were they down the wrist?
She blinks, sort of, once again, clearly hadn't really thought about it that.
Byrne cringes a bit at the directness of the questions.
She thinks about it for a moment, and she says, I wasn't paying too much attention to the marks, but I think it was down her wrist, not from side to side.
Okay. Just for investigation points' sake, can I roll that as medicine?
Yes.
That's a partial success. Yvette is pretty sure that that a typical cutting across doesn't sever it quite deeply enough to usually bleed to death, at least not quickly.
No.
She has experience with that. What color was the blood in the bottle?
Yeah. I wouldn't
Dark
have
or-
called it.
Dark or bright?
And she sort of nods and she says, I know the difference, aged blood versus... But it was so watered down, it mostly just seemed, vaguely red.
Okay.
She offers kind of weakly.
So sorry.
Can
Oh, no, please. Please.
Can Byrne make a medicine check to roughly guesstimate how much bleeding to death is a certain amount of quarts, for instance? Would that
Yes.
translate to how much blood was in the water?
Yeah, that's something
Yeah.
that's something I was gonna wait and have Yvette do when she's looking at the tub.
I would allow Byrne to make a roll. However, obviously the results will be less conclusive. However, I would allow the roll for sure.
Okay.
Excellent. Holy shit. Okay, that's boxcars.
You mean a 12 or?
That's a 12, sorry. Yeah, a 12 on the D12, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fun. It's funner to say boxcars.
It is funner to say boxcars. It doesn't sound like it, right? That doesn't sound like a lethal amount of blood. If the water was still more or less clear, it could not have been that much blood. Obviously it would take a lot of blood to really make water murky, but from what it sounds like she's saying, it just does not sound like a lethal amount of blood, no.
Huh. Fern will say to herself when she realizes this, but will not comment out loud. She'll keep that to herself.
Right. But Yvette also gets credit for that, because she asked about being able to see the bottom of the
That's true. Yvette helped. It was very smart.
Yes, everyone did very good, and I'm proud of them all. I won't be shooting any more hostages.
When you pulled her out of the tub, was her mouth open or closed?
Her mouth?
Her mouth.
It was open.
Was there any drool or?
Well, her head was under the water when I came in.
Well, but was there drool or foam or crud around her mouth or in her mouth?
She's clearly like, I'm sorry, I didn't really pay that much attention. I guess I should have. And she's sort of thinking about it for a moment, and then she says, there's been an autopsy report, I believe. At least that's what the police told me. I haven't seen the document myself.
Think they would give you a copy?
They said they might.
They said they might or they would?
They gave me contact info if I wanted a copy, and I could.
Can you give us a copy?
She sort of blinks and she says, "Well, I don't have it."
I mean, get it and then give it to us.
Sorry. Yeah. But I could also just, if I give you the number, the phone number and the case number, you can just pick it up yourself, probably.
That works too.
She looks around for a moment and then picks up a notepad, and just off the top of her dome just scrawls out first a phone number and then under it a case number, hands it over, and she says, the phone number is for they just told me it was for the person responsible for the case, and that's the case number. They told me if I just went down to the department and gave them the case number, they could give me the autopsy.
Merci. Yvette takes it.
Fern will, guessing that the body inquiries are over, will ask, did Sally, in the days leading up to it, did she say anything that struck you as odd or mentioned being scared of anything or anyone?
Well, no. She wasn't picking up her phone, obviously, the day I found her, and that was abnormal. That's what made me go check on her. She's normally pretty good about answering when I call. She hadn't, but other than that, nothing particularly recent. I mean, I know she got that restraining order filed a few months back.
Yeah, we know about this.
What did you know about that situation?
Less than I would have liked to. She said it wasn't anything serious, just that some guy had gotten fixated on her, had some delusion about her, and was following her around.
Okay.
She always treated it like it wasn't a very big deal, so I guess I just never asked about the guy. I don't really even know how they met, but I mean, you know how men are. For all, just sort of assumed he saw her at a coffee shop one day and started following her around. I don't know.
Well, Karen, I thank you. I know it doesn't feel like a lot, but this is really helpful. I hope we can get you some answers.
Oh, did you see her eyes?
No, her eyes were closed.
And you did not look in them?
I mean, I might have. It gets a little fuzzy.
There's a normal or gray?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Okay. She just sort of stands there quietly.
Bern will say, well, this case number is a great place to start. I don't think I have anything else, do you? And she'll look to Yvette.
I want to go into the apartment.
Oh yeah. Do you mind if we take a look around her place?
Wait, may I go in there?
Feel free.
Is
She nods. Everything should be how it was left.
is that a yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yvette is going to turn right around and walk out.
And how does Bern exit the situation?
Feels that anything else she would say would ring rather hollow. So she'll nod seriously before following behind Yvette. There's really, she feels like this was a major fucking bummer.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yvette goes to the apartment. What is the apartment number?
Apartment number 3.
She goes to apartment number 3, and she uses the key to open the door.
While they're in the hallway, some distance and out of earshot, she'll say, "You know, something seems funny about it. That doesn't sound like, from what she described, that amount of blood doesn't sound like it would be, well, for one, a lethal amount."
Lethal? Where? I was going to look at the depths of the tub to make sure, but if our head was underwater, it would take a lot of blood to fill up that much so you could not see the bottom. And
Yeah.
she
It
kind
sounds
of gestures to
staged.
herself. I know how much blood it takes to kill a person.
It all sounds a little too convenient, like someone staged this scene.
Well, I mean, that is the hypothesis
Maybe-
that we were put onto this from.
Like maybe they drowned her and cut her wrists afterward to try and cover their tracks.
Well, we do not know though. There is a possibility that we will find that there was no crime besides self-murder.
I don't know, that stalker sounds really fucking fishy to me. But by all means, let's do our due diligence.
Stalkers can be sweet.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
I said they can be.
Are you talking about yourself?
Okay. No, mean.
What the fuck is up, girlfriend? We gotta talk about your choice in men, but at a later time.
I did not choose them. It can be flattering.
I guess you would. Well, you can also, twist any poor schmuck who decides to stalk you into a pretzel.
Not everyone is as capable as you, Yvette.
I know.
Well, I don't think it's fucking endearing or sweet. If anything, I want to kick this guy's ass.
Vilsi, we
I
cannot
am the door.
jump to a conclusion.
Look, I'll wait for him to speak before we kick his ass.
When?
Try not to be too sweet to him.
I do not want to find that it was self-murder. Mais, it could be.
Well, let's go check out and see.
Yeah, she goes into the apartment.